Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Evil Eye, another Blumhouse Amazon collaboration for this month's Welcome to Blumhouse Halloween kind of horror movie collaboration going on Amazon Prime. And this is directed by Ilan and Rajiv Dasani and starring Sunita Mani, who was on Glow and recently also in Save Yourselves, and also Sarita Chaudhry, who plays her mother Usha. And this film focuses on a young woman who starts falling for this young man that she just happens to meet at a coffee shop, and her mother has this sinking feeling that this man has a strange connection with this abusive lover that she used to have. And this film has some eeriness to it. The Dasani brothers create this kind of atmosphere of tension and building up that kind of suspense of, is something wrong with the mother? Is she crazy? Is she just overly worried? Or is something really off about this man that's starting to date her daughter? And this film has a lot of family drama elements. And you have Usha's past that keeps coming back and really haunting her because she definitely has some trauma because there was abuse there. And Chaudhry does a really great job of expressing that trauma and building that tension from her performance, and then having some really powerful emotional moments with Bernard White, who plays Krishnan, her husband, and then really great moments of realization that she has with her daughter, played by Sunita Mani. And those dramatic elements, similar to what I was saying with Nocturne, they work better than potentially the more supernatural elements that this film might be alluding to. And it has some interesting ideas in how it plays out. Some of the negatives here, I wasn't really convinced of Omar Muscati's performance as Sandeep, who is this man who Sunita Mani's character falls in love with. Feels very stiff, and he didn't feel very threatening when he was trying to be threatening, or it just came off as really wooden and not really strong acting there, which harmed some of those scenes. And also something in particular that really hurt this film in general was this never felt like it got out of first gear. It was plodding along, and that energy that should have been coming along with this building tension never arrived. It just kind of felt muted, and overall throughout this runtime it just felt like, oh, there should have felt like there's building tension along this film, and I'm like, how much are we into this film? Is when's this gonna pay off? When's the tension gonna build? When we're gonna get into the second act, third act? It felt like it kept the same amount of energy from its first act, and then you have this climax that kind of felt like, boom, it's there, and just oh, okay. Didn't really work for me. And then it builds to a pretty brutal finale, which I'm okay, it got pretty intense at that moment. But by that time, you kind of were just meh about this film, and you kind of lost all your energy for it. And it really tried hard at the very end. But I feel like the things that really do work about this film are the performances from the main family and their interactions with each other and that drama building up between them. And because there are some charismatic performances in here, despite one particular one that kind of felt like it detracted from the film, and it does build some strong family drama elements into it, it never really clicks and really builds the tension that it needs to really engage you as an audience. But in the end, this one's pretty passable and pretty forgettable. You probably won't remember this very well after a day or two streaming this on Amazon. But those are my thoughts Let me know what you think of Evil Eye, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.